Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah Jane, and I am the event coordinator at Little Gay Book. And honestly, it's one of those like pinch me, am I dreaming kind of jobs because I am so lucky to coordinate and run our speed dating program. And lately, I have to tell you guys, my inbox has been just popping off. I have been getting so many emails and messages from so many of you asking about our speed dating program. So I thought that this would just be a perfect opportunity for me to pop onto a live. And then that way we can have a little chat about what it is like to host one of our epic, incredible, amazingly wonderful speed dating events. All right. But before we get into the details, right, about what this whole speed dating program and hosting for Little Gay Book is, I thought that we could maybe talk just like a little bit about Little Gay Book, who we are, what our history is, so you know what you are getting involved with. So Little Gay Book is the nation's leading LGBTQ plus matchmaking company. We were founded nearly 20 years ago by the one and only, absolutely incredible Dr. Frankie Bashan. Dr. Frankie is a matchmaker, and she started off in the Bay Area working one-on-one with matchmaking clients. And she realized really quickly after working with the one-on-one clients that, yes, matchmaking, incredibly powerful, recommend it for everybody, but that there was really a huge demand and a need for additional ways for our incredible community to be able to meet and connect one another. For those people that weren't able to work with a matchmaker one-on-one, how else could we introduce them to incredible singles who they would really click with? So 20 years ago, Dr. Frankie said, speed dating, that's where it's at. Let's bring speed dating to the LGBTQ plus community in the Bay Area. So Dr. Frankie starts hosting events. She's running speed dating at local San Francisco, Oakland, Bay Area venues. And y'all, word got out. People found out about how amazing these events were, how incredible it was to meet 10 different people, plus other folks that they weren't set up on a date with, in real time, face to face. And they started saying, what about us? What about Boston? What about New York? What about LA? Can't just be for San Francisco. Can you bring speed dating to my city as well? And so Dr. Frankie said, yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. And so that is how the speed dating program was born. We went from hosting events just in the Bay Area and our backyard to hosting events all over the country. And of course, that meant we needed a host to bring those events to life in other markets. So we have a speed dating host program where individuals in other cities are able to come on and they're able to become a host with Little Gay Book and bring our program to their local city and bring it to life in their market. So this is where you might come in, because we are always looking for new hosts, right? So right now we are in, Boston. We're in Washington, D.C. We have events in Denver, all up and down California. You can find us in San Diego, Los Angeles, San Jose, San Francisco, Berkeley, and Sacramento as well, with individual hosts bringing our events to life in all of those individual markets. So we are always looking to add new cities, right? And we are always looking to bring hosts to other locations. So I'm curious, where are you? Are you out there in a market that has speed dating? Do you know about what's going on? Where are you? I'm trying to see where my little my chat window would be on this wonderful streaming chat platform to see if anybody is here and to see where folks are zooming in from. Oh, I see somebody named Denise is here. Hello, Denise. Thank you for joining us. Where are you, Denise? And do you have speed dating where you are? That is the big question. All right, go ahead. If you are here in the live, go ahead and drop a chat. Okay, Laura, you are in the Bay Area. Beautiful. So you have lots of opportunity to come to all of our speed dating events in the Bay. Thank you, Laura. Hello. Okay. All right, if anyone else wants to chime in as to where they are, please go ahead and drop it in the chat. But I do want to just let you know kind of some of the steps that it takes to become a host for Little Gay Book and what it really looks like, right? Because I think there's a lot of misconceptions about how the program runs or what speed dating is. People, I think, often have a misconception about speed dating events and how, I don't know, they think it's the 90s, it's awkward, nobody's attractive, it's weird, but that is not the case. Speed dating is cool these days, you guys. Lots of incredible people are showing up for these events. They're folks that are interested in meeting people, right? And they're intentional and they're taking time to go out and have that experience and make those connections. So let's kind of do a little myth busting. You don't have to be somebody that has a huge outgoing personality and a big voice, and you don't need to necessarily command the room, but you do need to be a welcoming person who is going to make people feel comfortable. You need to be organized in order to help make sure that the event flows smoothly and that everybody knows, what to expect and how to expect it. And as the host, we have a real in-depth, thorough training program where you are set up with everything that you need to be met with success at your event. So as the event coordinator, I do a full training to make sure you know exactly how to run the show. All right, so first step, if you do decide to become a event host with Little Gay Book and bring events to your city, the first step is to identify a venue, right? We need a space in order to have our events at. So step number one is, what's like the coolest, hippest, most upscale place to be in your hometown? Is there like a really cool lesbian bar? Is the gay club popping off? We do events at wineries, right? We do them at cafes. We do all kinds of different things. I think we were just talking about an art gallery event today, which I love. So not just a dive bar, but lots of beautiful places that we can host our events. And the first thing would be identifying a venue that people would feel comfortable at, that they would feel safe in, and would be a good space to bring in a group of people. You would work with that venue to let them know, hey, we are hoping to do a speed dating event in Chicago and your venue looks awesome. If we bring in 20 to 40 to 100 people for an event, can we use your room? Can we use the bar? Can we use the lounge? Oftentimes venues are thrilled. They would love to have a couple dozen queer people come in and spend the night in their venue, get to know the space, have a wonderful time, foster those meaningful connections, right? So you work to find that venue, secure it, get the date set, and then Little Gay Book does all of the back end stuff, all of that like businessy, computery stuff, right? We're going to set it up on Eventbrite. We're going to sell the tickets. We're going to do all the marketing and the promotions to make sure that all of the information is out there so people know about your event. We handle customer service. We handle all of that back end stuff so that you can really focus on, as the expert in your market and as the person that's connected to your community, you're working hand in hand with Little Gay Book to get the word out. So doing promotions on the ground, out in the field, meeting people, hanging up posters, getting the word out, doing a little social media, recording some videos so people know all about your event. And then the date of the event, you're going to be what I like to call running the show, and running the software. So we have an incredible proprietary algorithm-driven smart matching speed dating software that Dr. Frankie herself designed and built with our incredible DevOps team. The software is what really makes the magic happen in our events, right? It is going to do a big crunching of numbers. It's going to run the math and it's going to figure out, okay, of the people that are here at this event tonight, who are the best matches? Who wants to meet who based on age, based on type, based on some different factors that you're able to put into your profile. Everybody has a speed dating profile. It's all very high tech and fancy. Throughout the course of the event, attendees will be able to use their phone to receive directions about who their next date is, what table to go to, who to sit and meet with. They also are able to enter in their feedback on how the date went, right? So if they liked that person, they're entering friend, they're entering business match, they're entering date match. We give them all kinds of options to say how they felt. If they want to go on a second date with somebody, if they thought they were really cute, they can put that feedback in. At the end of the event, the software, again, does all the magic and all the hard work of computing the matches. It makes it really easy for the hosts and for Little Gay Book because the computer is doing the hard work to figure out, okay, who are these matches? And let's share the contact info of the people that connected, right? So back to you at the event, you're going to check people in. You're going to let them know what to expect. You'll read a beautiful script about how the event is going to flow. And then you're going to run the software. Very straightforward, very user-friendly, but like I said, very magical because it allows people to have those curated matches in the moment and put in their feedback. The events are incredible. I have to tell you, I don't know if anyone here has ever gone to a speed dating event, but oh man, like I said, pinch me, right? Because you are there seeing people connect. And, you know, they often will come in maybe a little bit nervous. As you can imagine, you don't know what to expect. You're putting yourself out there. But within a couple of minutes, you guys, of watching people meet and have their 5-minute conversations, they really start to come alive. You see the confidence building, you see the excitement growing in people, and it is a really wonderful thing to behold. And being somebody that is curating that, creating the space, developing that container for people to live in at the event it's just, I get goosebumps. I get just so a little emotional about it because it is just such a special opportunity. And to be a host and to bring that to the space is really, there's nothing like it. So during the event, like I said, you are creating this welcoming space. You're the face of the brand and you are helping people connect, making them feel comfortable, letting them know what's going to happen next. And it is just a beautiful opportunity. Again, you don't need to be the loudest person in the room. Sure, it helps if you have a loud, outgoing voice and a big personality, but it's not necessary. As long as you are warm and welcoming and grounded and you have that attention to detail and you want to be there doing this really cool thing, then I think that you could make an excellent host. Okay, let's see. Oh, of course, important to share, this is obviously a paid position. So if you're looking for a little extra side hustle, you could use some additional work, right? It's tough out there in this economy these days, and it's always nice to have an additional, income source. So hosts typically earn between $350 and $400 per event, depending on the scope. And hosts will generally run events every 6 weeks or so, depending on the demand in their market. So it is a great opportunity for a little side hustle, a little side work, a little passion project. The thing I love too about Little Gay Book is that we are an independently owned, right? We're not like under Match.com. No one owns us. We are our own queer, female-run company, and we have a huge opportunity to do things creatively. So we love people that have ideas of like, "Ooh, let's do a event in a winery and have like a special wine pairing," or can we do an event that's at the gym and then get like the gym queers in to do some speed dating. Lots of opportunity for creativity, for thinking outside the box. So we love people that come with different ideas that they want to bring to the table. I'm curious to know, anyone who's here in the live right now, does anybody have any questions that I could answer? Feel free to drop them in the chat. Let me know. What do you think about speed dating? Have you ever been? Do you think it would be fun to host a speed dating event? Does that excite you a little bit? Does that make you a little bit nervous? Do you think, oh gosh, that sounds like I'd be putting myself out there, but it excites me? 2026 is the year of putting yourself out there. I don't know if you know or not, but it is the year to do something that scares you, that is maybe a little bit outside of your comfort zone. So if what I'm saying to you all right now sounds like something that you would really be interested in, then hit us up. Drop us a note, slide on into our DMs, as they say. Do they still say that? I don't know. Email us. You can find all of our info. Give us a call. I'm Sarah Jane at littlegaybook.com. You can drop me a note. You can hit us on any of these social platforms. We would love to hear from you. I'll also share. Oh, great question, Denise, in the chat. Thank you. Events are typically 2 hours. Over the course of the 2 hours, attendees get to meet 10 different people. But the cool thing is that not only do they get to leave feedback for the people that they meet, right, on those one-on-one dates, but at the end of the event, Dr. Frankie really thought of everything. She's good. At the end of the event, all attendees can leave feedback for everybody that was at the event, whether or not they had that one-on-one date. The software allows them to say, oh yeah, I saw Denise from across the room. We had a chat. She was lovely. I didn't get to meet her one-on-one, but I can leave feedback that I would have liked to have met her at the end of the event. And this comes in really handy for some of our bigger events. For example, this weekend, we have an event in San Francisco, and it's sold out. We sold 75 tickets. That's a lot of people that are going to be meeting and mingling, and they'll have 10 dates, but they'll also have an opportunity to leave feedback for everybody that was at the event, really increasing the chances of people connecting. As far as hosting, your evening takes about 3 hours, which is great. You have half an hour to set up. Setup is really easy. We provide all of the materials that you'll need. Couple of things, just some table numbers, some name tags, a couple of Sharpies, a couple of little things that you'll use to set the space. But if you've ever done events before and you know it can take a lot to bring in a pop-up tent and tables and all of that, you don't need to worry about a lot of stuff, but you have a couple of things and Little Gay Book provides them. Half an hour setup, half an hour check-in, and then 2 hours for the event, and you're out of there in 3 hours. So not a huge time commitment, but a huge impact that you're making. You'll get to meet lots of really cool people. It's an incredible way to build community, right? So if you're also thinking like, man, I would really like to know a bunch of queer people in my city, I would love to be connected to more folks, then this is a great opportunity because you have 20, 30, 40, 50, 75 people that are showing up that you're getting to meet. And I'm not going to name names, and I won't go into detail and I won't spill too much tea, but I have witnessed hosts meet their partners at our events too, which is so fun, right? So not guaranteed, but I can tell you that there's a more than one Little Gay Book host who, met someone special. They weren't even speed dating, but at the very least, you will be able to meet a ton of new people, build community, and be part of that magic of making connections. Thank you for that great question, Denise. Does anybody else watching this live right now have any questions? For anyone that just joined us, hello, welcome. Again, my name is Sarah Jane. I'm the event coordinator at Little Gay Book, and I'm so happy here to tell you about our in-person host speed dating program. If you have questions or you're interested, definitely reach out to us. We are here and we want to hear from you. We want to know what's going on in your market. Are there already speed dating events that you're familiar with, or do you see a real need? We hear every single day at Little Gay Book about how tough the apps are. The apps are just doing nobody any favors, right? There's ghosts, there's catfish, there's all manner of terrible things happening on the apps. And going to a speed dating event, you're able to cut all of that out. So it's a really effective and a really fun way. Get off the phone, stop scrolling, put down your devices, come out in real life, right? And meet people face to face. Know that they're not a ghost, know that they're not a catfish. There's a huge demand. We are seeing our events sell out and people really just loving having that opportunity to make new connections face to face in real time. All right, so if you're thinking, well, I would actually like to maybe experience a speed dating event to see how it is, to see if this was something that I might like to participate in. We do have events coming up all across the country. We do also offer online events. So if we're not in your market right now, but you want to see, oh, okay, we can do this on Zoom too. Amazing. Then I would like to offer to anybody watching this live a special discount. I would love to have you as my guest at 50% off our ticketed price for the next 24 hours. So my code is SJ for Sarah Jane 50. And I am going to drop that in the chat so that you can go to our website, and then that way you can see what events we have coming up, and then that way you can maybe grab a ticket, come out, join us, see us on Zoom. You'll see how it works, and then you could join us in person too to see what the magic is all about. Oh, okay, I see another question. Thank you, Anne. What age range usually joins these speed dating events? I'm so glad you asked, Anne. All ages. All ages, 21 plus, because a lot of times we're in bars and what have you. So 21 plus, but all ages, and people from all ages do come. Oftentimes we will do special age range events, right? Where it's 30s plus or 50s plus, depending on what the interest is in a market. So the great thing though about the age range question, like I said before, we have this incredible software that we use. And one of the beautiful things it does is matches you up with people that are of the age that you would like to meet. So you put into your profile, I'm this age and I'd like to meet people that are 40 to 50. And then the software, it doesn't make any promises. It's not 100%, but of the people that are at the event, they are going to match you up with the people that are most appropriate. So you might be at an event like this weekend in San Francisco with people of all ages, right? But you're not going to end up, if you're 20, unless you want to meet somebody that's in their 50s. Most likely you're going to put in, 20 to 30, and then the software will know to match you up with folks of that age. So great question, Anne. Thank you. Okay, another question came in. Thank you, Denise. Are the events themed, and can I only meet femmes? Oh, good question. We do have themed events, and oftentimes we'll do a femme-seeking femme event or a, BIPOC singles. That's another popular one that we'll often offer. And there can be a theme, but there isn't always a theme. And can I only meet femmes? If you want to only meet femmes, you would put into your profile your preference to meet people that identify as femme. And again, the software is going to match you up with the people that are self-identifying in that way. So it's curated in a way that really helps you meet the people that you want to meet. If you have ideas, this is what I love. I was speaking with a new host today, and they were like, I want to do a theme that's for the kinky community. And can we do BDSM? And can we do something for this group of people? And can we do Dr. Frankie was really into CrossFit, so she would do CrossFit themed events. Like I said, independently owned company, we have all kinds of possibilities where if you have a community that you want to reach, if there's a market that you think would really appreciate our events, then yes, absolutely, we can do special themes. The events are we do either lesbian, bi, trans, queer plus, or gay, bi, trans, queer plus. So opportunities for all ends of the rainbow, as they say. All right, I will see if there are any other questions coming through. Okay, beautiful. All right. Well, I want to thank you all for joining us today on this live. It's been such a pleasure having you in our space. Like I said, my name is Sarah Jane, and I'm the event coordinator at Little Gay Book. And we are currently looking to bring in new hosts to add to our already star-studded roster of hosts that bring the Little Gay Book event experience to cities all across the country. So if what I've been talking about tonight sounds of interest to you, and you're even just a little bit curious, right? It's no big commitment to reach out to us, and then we can take the conversation from there. If you have questions or you have ideas, anything that you'd like to run by us, we are here and we would love to hear from you. So if there are any other questions, I'll give it another, 30 seconds. Has anyone ever been to speed dating? I'm always curious to know what folks' experience has been and how was it? If you have anything to share, please drop it in the chat. I want to say thank you again. And a big thank you to Dr. Frankie, the one and only, for developing such an incredible company and for having such a beautiful vision for bringing our events to our community and all across the country. Thanks, Dr. Frankie. And to everybody at the Little Gay Book team, we have a whole crew of folks behind the scenes that are matchmakers, that are event coordinators, our marketing people, our sales people, and we are a very passionate, very dedicated, very inspired group of people. And my hat is off to the team at LGB every day. And it would be wonderful to add additional people to the mix. So thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your night, and we will see you hopefully soon.